Wayne, there's some serious discussion going on in Major League Baseball about realigning the divisions. What are you hearing?
Well, there's a lot of different rumors I'm hearing right now. Nothing has been substantially proven, but I think the rumors are so fascinating to talk about. One in particular is having 4 divisions of 7 ball clubs. Another rumor out there is to do away with the designated hitter and try to get franchises lined up geographically. I think one of the main reasons why we're having these conversations, besides being in a collective bargaining agreement year, is the fact that there is an imbalance in the schedule. For instance, let's look at the Chicago Cubs. They won 75 and 87 last season, 5th in the National League Central. And their reward or punishment for finishing in that position, they played the Yankees 3 times, they played the Red Sox 3 times, they played the White Sox 6 times in Interleague, on top of playing the Reds, the Brewers, and also the Cardinals within their division. The Reds, they played the Yankees, but not the Red Sox. The Cardinals, they play the Rays, not the Yankees or the Red Sox. So there's an imbalance in the scheduling. I think that's also a major driver why people are looking at realignment to kind of make it an even more level playing field for every team.
Is this realignment, do you think, going to be geared towards finances? In other words, high revenue teams in the same division, middle revenue teams, and so forth?
I think it's more along the lines of geography. I think what we're seeing here is splits in terms of matchups, and I think that's been really driven by Interleague. I think what Bud Selig always has wanted to do is to really get realignment correct. Now, back in November 1997, we saw the Milwaukee Brewers go from the American League Central to the National League Central. We saw the Detroit Tigers go from the AL East to the AL Central, and we saw the Rays actually go from the AL West to the AL East, even before they began play. There's always been this vision and hope, I think, by Major League Baseball to get the divisions correct, get the geography correct, and also try to cut down on some of the travel costs that the teams do incur yearly.
But I'm thinking, could this create some problems financially? I mean, think about, let's say you get the Yankees, Red Sox, Braves, in the same division. These are 3 revenue and profit powerhouses in baseball, particularly when you bring in the regional sports networks. These teams are going to see the value of their RSNs escalate. The ratings are going to be great. They'll be very competitive teams. But the downside is, what are you going to have when you start to get out towards, the West? And, what are you going to put Kansas City with Colorado? And, I mean, it could create some serious revenue disparities.
Well, it's a lot of things that can create. First and foremost, we might see the American and National Leagues disappear and just be Major League Baseball and looking at it from that perspective. Also, it could create super conferences or super divisions. And what will that do for the sport? If you put the Yankees, Phillies, Red Sox in the same division, and one then wins the division, the other couple of ball clubs might not even qualify for the wild card, depending upon the different structures. I think what Major League Baseball would really want in a perfect world is to set up regional matchups to kind of control some of the travel costs, but also take the game in a different direction because of the matchups.